Hello everyone, this is Christy. Today I'm going to show you how I made my paper roses. I learned how to make paper roses with Nin. She's JJ Showers in YouTube, and I was inspired to create more and more flowers. And this is the paper roses that I like the best. So I'm going to show you how I made them because this is my own style, and I'm going to tell you how I fold the petals and everything, okay? Now, before I show you the materials, I'm going to show you what you can do with these roses. This is the basic rose, and it's using cardstock. And I finished with everything, and I'm gonna show you how I made it. And then I also made a medium one using the same bunch, and I made a bud, which is this one. And as you can see, I have different colors right here. It looks very, very nice in any color cardstock. Then I also tried a natural look, and I used my ink pads to create this one. And I was inspired in the peace rose. I love that kind of rose for the colors. And this is how I painted with my ink pads, and this is how it looks, the medium rose. And I'm going to show you how I just use the ink pads to give these colors. Okay, and this is the bud. And then one more thing that I'm going to show you is how I made frozen roses. Okay, what I used and everything. So there will be a tutorial included about how I made my frozen roses. For these roses, you can use any bunch that has 5 petals. But if you don't have a bunch, you can make your own template and just cut flowers like this. For this rose, I used the cardstock, and I punched 5 flowers. Okay, just punch 5 flowers. And I will also use 2 brushes because I need the round handle right here, and one had to be thick and the other one thinner. Then I also used a toothpick, and I'm going to use this tacky glue from Elmer's. I will also use a foam pad. You can use a mouse pad if you want. And I use this tool. This one is at 8 millimeters. You can use the bottom of your thick pen brush to do the same movement like with this one. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to start with the first 2, okay, because this one had to be with the thinner brush, but it's going to be the same thing for the 5 petals. You are going to put the brush in the middle of each petal of the flower and just bend the paper up. Okay, I have 2 flowers here. See, you're going to do this. Okay, and now with the other 3, you're going to use the thick brush, and you're going to put in the middle, and you're going to do the same thing. Okay, bend the paper up. Okay, and now we are going to get these 2, and we are going to fold the petals up like this. Okay, at the end you're going to fold it straight and it's going to look like this. You need to do the same thing with both of them. Okay. Now we are going to start gluing them. We get a 5-petal flower, and we're going to put glue just a little bit on the top of each petal, and we are going to overlap one on top of the other, and we are going to go to the right. Okay, you're going to overlap the next petal on the right, and the next petal on the right, and the next one. Then you're going to close like cone, and you're going to wait a little bit, just a few seconds, and you have like a cone shape. Now the next step is to grab this one, and we are going to put glue on top in the middle, and we are going to set this one on the same shape of the flower. Okay, can you see? Same shape inside. Okay, once you have this one, you're going to put glue on the right side of the petal, and you're going to glue on the flower. Now let's do the next one on the right, and then glue to the cone shape. Okay, again, continue, and this one is the first one, do not close it. Okay, let's continue with the next one on the right and glue to the center. And now the last one you're going to put on the right, but you're going to put this one inside of the first one, and it's going to overlap to the last one. And you just hold it a few seconds and then let it dry, and we are going to work with these three. Okay, for these three you're going to need the mouse pad or the foam pad, and we are going to put these three upside down. Okay, like this. And now you can use the back of your thick brush, and you're going to make round movements until this one gets a little deep and the petals raised. Okay, try to make a round movement. I'm going to do with this one because it's easier. As you can see, it's going to look like this. Okay, now the last one. And now we're going to continue with the toothpick. Okay, we get a toothpick, and we are going to do this. From the middle to the side, we are going to grab diagonally, and we are going to just bend the paper to the back. Okay, we are going to do this on each side of each petal. Okay, we are going to bend the paper to the back. One side and the other. See? And it's not much that you just turn the paper. See? Now you have this. Let's do the three of them. The same thing, okay? We just turn each side of the petal to the back. See? like this. Okay. Again, you have another one like this, and these last two, you are going to pinch just a little bit the tip of the petal. I like to do that because my flower looks more natural when I do that. Okay, now the last one is going to be the same thing. Just turn the paper to the back. See? And as I said, the last two, they're going to be like this. Okay. Now, let's continue with this one. We are going to get the toothpick again. I'll put this one on the side. Okay. And now we are going to put this one on top of the petal, as you can see, and with your hand, you're going to turn the petal back. Okay. Pull the petal and turn to the back. Just a little bit. Once you are done, you are going to go back again now, and from the top. Can you see the 5 petals? From the top, you're going to do again, but this time you're going to pull a little more. You're going to roll the paper to the back, okay? Like this. See, you just push the paper, and it will have this shape of this toothpick, okay? You just push the paper to the back, and it will have a round shape. See? Now, your petals on the top are going to look like this. Okay? And this is how it looks on the side. Now, this one is the bud, the same as this one. Okay? Now, let's continue. We are going to start gluing these 3 petals. And for the next layer after this one, we are going to glue in the center and a little bit on the side, on the edge, between the bottom and the end of each petal, okay? So we are going to put the bud on the top in the same shape of the flower, as you can see. And you are going to raise this one up, and it will glue just a little bit, and it will have the petals up. See? You just press right here. And it will have this shape. Okay? And now we're going to glue the next 2. Okay, you just put glue in the center, and we have to alternate the petals so it can look like this, okay? One petal in between the other 2. They are alternated. Now the last one, same, we put glue and we alternate the petals again, and we just press the bottom and the top so they can be glued, and that's it. Your rose is done. Okay, Now we are going to put the bottom part, and I don't have a punch with a star shape, but I just thought that we can use the same punch, and we are going to punch in green cardstock. And what are we going to do is cut from the center to the side like this. Okay, we are going to cut, and now cut again, and we have the shape of a star. And that's how I did for the back of each flower, using the same punch. As you can see, you have the star, and it looks like this, same as this, and same as this. Okay, now for this one, we are going to just bend the tips to the back. Just a little bit. Okay, and we are going to put glue and put in the back of your rose. So your rose is done. See? Now we're going to do the medium rose. Is this one or this one? We are going to need 3 flowers, and we put them together, and we are going to use the thin brush, and we are going to just press to the top. We're going to bend the paper up, and we are going to do the same process of the bud. With the first 2. Okay, with the first 2 we're going to do the same process of the bud. We just bend the paper at the end of each petal and just fold it, and it will have the pentagon shape at the bottom. Same thing with this one. Okay, and now we are going to glue the top, and we do the same thing, overlapping, and this one in between, and we're going to do the cone shape. Okay, you decide if you want very close or you just want a little open. Okay, now the next one, we just put glue in the center, and I like to put the glue on the sides right now because the glue sets a little bit and it's easier to glue. We put the center, and then we put all the petals up going to the right. Okay, remember, going to the right, and the last one in between, and you have the spiral shape, and you press to your cone shape. I like the tacky glue because if you want to fix something, you can do it, but if you use hot glue, it's it's hard to get a shape that you want. Okay, see, you have the spiral and it's perfect. And now we're going to work with the last petal that will go at the bottom. Okay, for this one we are going to get a toothpick and we are going to do this. Okay, we are going to bend one side out, okay, and the other one in. Okay, one side out and the other one in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and you have this shape. Okay, now what are we going to do is we just fold the petals the same way as the first two, and you have this one. Now let's do this part up here, folding the petals out. Now again we curl a little more from the top. And it will look like this. Now we are going to glue this one on top, and same as the other one, you're going to glue just a little bit on the edge of the bottom, between the bottom and the end of the petal. Okay, so when you put this one on the top, you're going to put just in the same shape. You're going to put this one up and just press on the sides a little bit, and your flower will have the petals up. Okay, so this one looks like a smaller flower, but it's the same punch. And now we are going to add the star at the bottom, and for this one you're going to fold these peaks up, and then you're going to get the thinner brush, and you're going to just bend the paper to the back. Okay, then we're going to put the glue in the center and add the flower to the bottom. It will be perfect because it has the same shape. See? And now for the bud, it's the same as the first two steps of the basic flower, and you're going to have this one, this shape, and same thing with the star that you make. You're going to fold all the peaks of the star up, and now you're going to get the toothpick if you want, and then the tip of the peaks of the star you can just roll to the back a little bit, just the tips, not the whole thing. Okay, see, like this. And now you're going to glue the bottom and also a little bit of glue on the sides, because the bud is smaller. We are going to put this one at the bottom and we are going to hold it. Okay, we're going to hold this one until your glue dries. And your bud will look like this. See? And now I'm gonna show you how to color the paper to make the peace rose. You can color the white cardstock in any color, but I'm gonna show you how I did that one because I know that many of you will want to just try. And I already give the shape to the flowers. Okay, now I know that 3 are going to be upside down and 2 are going to be up. So we are going to start with the beginning. For this one, for the bud, there is the cone shape that it's underneath, and you will see just the tip. Okay, so we are going to do the folding, and we are going to pretend that we are gluing and making the cone shape. Okay, and that's a practice that you should do when you are starting making these flowers, so you can do it faster. And then you just color the tip of the petals. Okay, and I'm using just an ink pad that I have in my stash, and this is from Martha Stewart, and I use this one is hot pink and this is yellow, but there are a lot of ink pads from Distress Inks and other brands that you can use. So yeah, okay, let's do this one. Will be the first one, and this is the second one. For the second one, you can bend the petals, and you are now going to color the center. And as you can see right here, you are not going to see the yellow part inside, just the top, right? And the outside. See? Okay, I don't waste a lot of ink pad, and I just do just a little bit in the tip, just like this, because this part will be closed. Okay, and then this one is going to be folded to the back, so yes. Okay, you have to do the edge with hot pink. Okay, now this one it's going to be seen, so you're going to do the back like this, the whole petal. Okay, and don't do the tip because we are going to use the hot pink for that, and it's going to look like this. See, so as you can see, you don't put too much on the inside, but yes, in the back. Okay, so now we can glue this one. As I said, you just put glue on the tips, and we are going to put one on top of the other, and the last one in between. We close the cone shape, and now we are going to glue that right here, and we are going to put glue on the right side of each petal. Now we put this one inside, and we are going to just do the same thing as in the basic flower. And the last one, it's going to be inside and out. Okay, now you are going to press and see the spiral. You have to make sure you have a spiral. Okay, and let it dry. Now we're going to do this the next three. Okay. And for these three, it's going to be the same. You don't color the center, just the petals. Okay, so we're going to color both sides. I'm going to do all the yellow part, and then I'm going to do the hot pink. See? Your flower will look more natural when you use ink pad than cardstock. Okay, now we're going to do the edges of each petal. Both sides. Done. How beautiful. I love the peace rose. Okay, now you're going to do the same with these two. Okay, and you're going to put the green part. And now because of the many requests that I have on how to attach a stem to these roses, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, I made leaves, and I have a tutorial on how to make leaves. I will put the link in the description box. These are the natural leaves, and these are the regular using color cardstock, and this one is with white cardstock, as you can see right here. They just do the front, and I'm going to use this one because I need 6 and I don't have 6 of these ready. So what are you going to do with these leaves? You can just put on the mouse pad and then score lines with your score tool, or you just can fold it like this. Okay, and then you see the lines, they had to be folded that way, so you're going to fold like in zigzag. Okay, up and then down and then up. So it's going to look like this, but when you open, you will see a lot of lines. I need 6 leaves. Okay, I'm going to use these ones that I have because I want to put 2 for each one. And you will need wire. You can buy wire at any hardware store or maybe craft store. And I'm going to use this I don't know how many gouges it is, but this is what I had. And because the flower is out of paper, it's not heavy. I don't need a thick one. So how I do is I just cut the desired height. And because one is big, medium, and small, I'm going to do in 3 different heights. So the big one is going to be the lowest, and the medium, and then the last one is going to be the bud. Okay, so then I didn't have enough for the leaves, and I used paper clip. So what I did is just open the paper clip and then put it straight and then cut in half, and I have more wire for the paper for the leaves. Okay, so then you will also need floral tape, and you will need a hot glue. Okay, we are going to start now. The best what I can do to add a stem to these roses is have the roses without the star at the bottom, and we are going to do this. This is the smallest. First, we are going to get any pen that it's round or Sharpie or anything, and we are going to roll and make like a circle. Okay, like this. Then we are going to just hold it, and we are going to fold like this down. Okay, then we are going to fold to the center, and then in the center, see, in the center we are going to fold down. And now your wire will look like this. Okay, so you have a circle, and then in the center the wire will go down. Okay, so we are going to glue this one at the bottom of the flower, and we are going to use hot glue. Okay, so we are going to put hot glue, and we are going to just put this one in there. Okay, and now we are going to get the star that goes behind, and we are going to put in the center, and we are going to press in the center and get this all the way through and glue it in there. So I'm going to put a little more hot glue. So I can glue this part up here. And your flower will look like this with a star at the bottom, and it will have the stem. Now the next step is to glue the leaves. Okay, but have the leaves ready, and for that I'm going to use the floral tape first, and I'm going to start wrapping. Just like this. And now I'm going to give the shape a little curves, and I'm going to place the leaf. Okay, I will put the glue in the leaf so it's easier to manage. And you just place the leaf. And have as many leaves as you want. Okay, so I'm going to make just 2 for a flower. Now I have all of my leaves, and now I'm going to continue with this one. We are going to put floral tape. Okay, and I'm going to grab just a piece, and first I'm going to put just a little bit of a dot of glue, just to make sure it's not going to move. Okay, and then I'm going to roll, and I'm going to roll a couple times, and now I'm going to continue going down. Okay, you just remember the floral tape is kind of elastic. You are going to just pull a little bit so it will go down and it will attach to the wire. And where you want the leaves, you are going to just grab one of them. Okay, and you are going to continue it's just do twice and then continue, and then I want another one here, right here. Okay, a little down, and I'm going to use the tape that was left just to put them together, and I'm going to continue attaching this one again twice, and then go down all the way. Okay, and I'm going to put more floral tape just to go all the way down. And then your flower will look like this, like a real flower. Let's do the other two. I started rolling the Sharpie, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, you just make a circle. Okay, then you're going to fold this one, grab that wire and fold to the center, and then in the center you're going to go down. Okay, and this is how it's going to look again. And you just place the flower and do the same thing. Okay, let's see which one. Oh, this is for the bud. Okay, we're going to glue the bud, and we're going to put star. Okay, let's do this part. Okay, and now I'm going to put a star, put in the center, put more glue. Now I'm going to put this a little bit of glue on the side and glue this one up. And this is how it's going to look. It has a stem. My roses are ready, and as you can see, they have stems and leaves. And now I'm going to show you how I made my frozen rose. As you can see, it has texture and it looks like snow on top. And I'm going to show you how I made this one. I made a basic rose, and you can use any color of cardstock. And then I use this one is gesso from Martha Stewart. And then I used snow text from the quart, and I used stickles. You can use any glitter glue, and you will use 2 brushes, one for the gesso and the other one to apply the snow text. Okay, let's begin with the gesso. I open the bottle like this. Then I'm going to just get the brush and grab and put it back, okay? You don't get a lot, just a little bit. And then you're going to begin just giving some strokes, as you can see right here, in each petal, okay? You don't have to turn the rose white. You just have to just give the a little bit of white on top. That's why you had to get a little bit of gesso, not too much, okay? When you are done with all of our petals, we are going to begin with a snow tech. This one dries very fast, so you can continue immediately with the snow techs. Okay, now let's do the front. For the front, you have to be more careful because we don't want everything white. We just want a little bit. And you have to put on the side everything that you see, okay? Okay, and it's going to look like this. As you can see, it doesn't look like snow. Now we're going to put the snow text in. That will give the look of real snow. Okay, we open the bottle. And now I'm going to continue with the other one. I don't want to mix the gesso with the snow tech. And we're going to make like this, okay? Grabbing just a little bit of snow tech. And what are you going to do is just like cleaning the brush, okay? Leaving on the edges. Like when you clean the brush and leave the product on the edge of the bottle like this, the same, okay? You just grab a little bit of snow text and clean the brush on the petals. If you want to, at the beginning, just put a little bit. Then when you are done with everything, you will see where you need to apply more. And it's basically where you see. I don't do anything underneath because I don't want to damage the shape of the flower. As you can see, it takes time, but the result is awesome. Okay, now let's do the top. For the top, you're going to do it like this. And then the same thing, okay? Like cleaning the brush. Okay, I think now it's enough. If you have a glass of water, it's better because you can put your brushes. But now I'm going to finish the tutorial with the stickles. And what are you going to do is just put stickles on the edges only, just a little bit, just to give the look of the crystals of the snow. Okay, and just press with a tip. Don't put a layer of stickles, just like leaving a little bit, not a trail, okay, here and there, just on the tips. Especially where you see right here. Okay, now you can put just a little bit right here because this one, it always looks kind of empty. As you can see, it's just a little bit, okay? Okay, now you can use your heat tool and heat the flour so everything can dry fast, or you can just let it dry. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the recycled flour. And for this one, I used these pages from an old book. And when you punch the paper, you had to put 4 together. You can put maybe 3 or 4. I prefer to put 4. They are very, very thin. Okay, so we are going to punch the flowers. For this one, because they are so thin, I glue 3 flowers together so it can have a little bit of thickness. So what I do is just put a line on top just like this, okay, and you just layer, so you don't have to be very detailed to glue each of the petals, okay. You just put, like I show you, lines only, so it can have the movement when you work with this. So after that, you're going to use your favorite distress ink or any ink, and you are going to just do all the edges. I hope you liked my tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Thank you for watching my videos, for liking and subscribing to my channel. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.